Caleb Booker. I'm the Jack of all strange. I want to begin this series of videos about ghost stories of the Niagara region by talking about my personal earlier ghost experiences. Everybody in the Niagara region, I mean, I haven't met anyone who hasn't had some sort of strange paranormal experience, especially here in St. Catharines. And it's just sort of this universal thing that everybody goes through and then they don't talk about later. I'll list very quickly, and I mean, I'm just going to go through the simple things I went through in my youth. I won't even cover the stuff that happened later. When we first moved into our house, the house was about 100 years old, but in pretty good shape. And I got my own room. I'm 11 years old. I was pretty excited. I wasn't in the basement anymore with all the spiders. So, you know, it was great. And I liked it, and everything was fine. And we'd been there for a few months. And then one night, I woke up. And looked over to my right, and I could see across the room a figure of a woman with kind of a big hair, short but sort of a big hair. I couldn't really see a lot of detail. It was sort of like if you look at straight at a light bulb and then look away and you have that sort of dot in your eye. It was like a person made up of that kind of light. So I wasn't sure what to make of it, except that I knew I was scared. I didn't feel threatened, but I knew I was scared. Because there was somebody in my room in the middle of the night who wasn't a member of my family. So I was sort of freaking out. Actually, I was petrified, terrified. Started sort of jumping up and down on the bed. I wouldn't know what to do. I didn't feel like I could get out of the bed either, now that I think about it. Anyway, I wanted to yell for help, but I didn't want to wake up my sisters down the hall. I don't know. So I was sort of going, Mom. Luckily, my parents were in the next room. And, but every time I blinked, I mean, I'd close my eyes and I'd still see the room, as if my eyes were open. I'd open them up and there was the room again. And the figure was still there, looking straight at me and coming closer. It seemed like she timed her movements with when I opened and closed my eyes. She'd get closer and closer. I'd close them. She'd be closer. I'd open them. She'd be even closer. Until she was standing with her legs passing through the bed. She was sort of standing in the bed, looking down at me. And I was completely panicked at this point. And then my mom opened the bedroom door, flicked on the light, and disappeared. I never saw it again. I have no idea what to make of it. So, there's that. So the other thing that happened, over the years in that house, we all heard noises all the time. Doors open and closing by themselves, and footsteps on the stairs. The only feeling I ever got out of the house, though, was leaving the basement. I could spend all the time I wanted in the basement. I could go down the stairs, no problem. But when it came time to go up the stairs from the basement, I couldn't walk. I had to run. I had to run. For as long as I lived there. You know, my sisters never talked about having seen anything there. But anyway, over the years, I used to spend a lot of time in different churches, and I saw nothing, but I heard groups of people talking in another room, and then I would go into that other room, and it would turn out there was like nobody on that floor at all. That sort of thing is very normal. And, you know, even now I can tell you that every once in a while I'll hear voices, but, you know, we'll get into that some other time. I'm going to start rolling out more ghost stories from other people, other people's experiences. And so, you know, subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out. I'm going to start those probably before the week is out. I'll have another one for you. I have a ton of them, but, you know, can't do do everything all at once. Alright, that's it. This is Caleb Booker, Jack of All Strange, and leave a comment and let me know what you think. Alright, bye-bye.